Alright, what is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream. First and foremost, for those of you that are new to the channel, we'd love to add you to our awesome community of like-minded individuals. So if you're into just networking with a bunch of like-minded individuals who want to achieve financial freedom, get out of that rat race, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. And if you don't know what the rat race is by now, then you're probably in the wrong spot to begin with. I mean, in the wrong place to begin with. But hopefully you guys have had a good start to your week. Today is what, Tuesday already? I lose track of days. I work every damn day. But hopefully you guys have had a good start to your week if you do the whole Monday to Friday grind. Obviously we've had a pretty nasty last couple days. Wild ride, to say the least. If we go back, let's go back 20 days just so we get a look. This is ES, which is obviously the futures of the S&P 500 mini. So you can see we've come from over 2,800 as of the 3rd, just over a week ago, all the way down to around 2583 at the lowest, right around 2590 in all honesty. But we broke that key support of around 2620 or 2622. I forget the exact support that happened back in January. You can see right around 2622 is what most people are calling out. I said overall that you can see right around 2550 to 2552, somewhere in there. That was what I kind of called out as ultimate support, because you can see we dropped down there multiple times. Obviously we dropped down to about 2530 once or twice back in February, but I said ultimately 2550-ish is the key breakdown point, because 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 different times we've touched it, and as soon as it dropped that low, bam, they would save it and it would go right back up 40 points or more in most cases. So we did break one of the key supports of 2622, but obviously we're already back above 2639. And if you go back to today, the roller coaster of today, we were all the way up to 2678 early on this morning pre-market. And then obviously we kind of just hung around, then boom, we went negative, pretty negative actually, for a little while throughout the day. Had a nice little double bottom and started to somewhat rally in the late part of the day, but then we just continued to sell off, and it looks like we're starting to sell off a little bit after hours as well, trying to find some support around 2635. It looks like, which from the SPY standpoint would be right around 264-ish roughly. So overall, I mean, what a crazy day. This was probably one of the craziest flat days that we've had on SPY in a while. Obviously, it's been just a roller coaster ride the last few weeks, few months, since, hell, October really. But overall, we're definitely in this range. I think, in all honesty, we're setting a new range, at least for the time being, until we either bust through to the upside or bust through to the downside. I think we're just setting up a range on SPY. From an SPY standpoint, I think our range is around 260, 262 on the low end, on our low end of the spectrum. Obviously, you can come below it from time to time, but roughly 260. And then on the high side, I think right around 280, 285 at the max to the upside. I think we're going to be kind of in this $20 to $25 range. And before I keep just blabbering, let me make sure we're doing all right. We are live, so hopefully the notification went out to everybody. But like I said, for people that are going to be tuning in here in a second, I know sometimes it takes a minute for people to start filing in, but I just think we're going to be in this range, right around 260 on the low end, 280, 285 on the high end. I think that's where we're going to kind of be the next few months, because, I mean, if you go back to what happened in February, we kind of got stuck in that same range, right? 260-ish to about 280, a little under 280 actually, if you look at the old one. But I think our support's going to be slightly higher, our resistance is going to be slightly higher, since obviously we're rebounding a little bit higher than we did back in February levels. So I think, like I said, right around 260 to 262 to 280 to 285 max. Right around, yeah, probably right around 285 on the high end. And I think we're going to kind of be within this range for the next few months. You can see it happened, I mean, after the February lows, we hit around 280, came down to what, 265, came up again to around 281, came all the way back down and retested the lows, came back up to 270, and then we were just kind of in this range from, let's call it late February until, what would you say, until August. And then we had about a month of just consistent growth, and we made new all-time highs. Then right after we made new all-time highs, bam, the fat lady sung again. How's it going there, Clint? Awesome, good stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just almost a rinse repeat of what happened in February, and I think it's just typical late cycle activity, in all honesty. I mean, we all know we're probably within 1, 2, maybe some are saying 3 to 4. I like to bet more on the skeptical side. Like, I'm not going to say month from now, but I would definitely lean more towards the 1 to 2 year side. That the cycle's probably going to end because you're already seeing it, and the tariffs are not really helping. Don't get me wrong. I'll openly admit I'm a Trump supporter on most things, but the whole tariff thing, I get it, but he needs to kind of get that shit together because it's definitely going to slow economic growth going into next year. Yeah, and you can't just stay within this wedge forever. I don't have any trend lines really drawn out or anything. This was here for the longest, and then obviously we broke that uptrend. This is, like I said, pretty much kind of the ultimate support level, right around 255. 250 to 255 is kind of what I'm seeing as the ultimate support. We didn't touch it, which was somewhat encouraging, but definitely not out of the woods by any means. But like I said, I still think from the SPY, which of course is the spider ETF of the SP 500 that we look at the most, which is one of the most traded from an option standpoint out there. I think we're just going to kind of be in a wedge. Yeah, we're bearish right now, but I think we're going to be right around 260 to 280, 285 at the highest. That's being pretty bullish to say 285. I'm thinking more around 280, 260, 280, just in this range probably for the next few months until either we get more bad news or we get more good news. Like I said earlier in a previous stream, you're in very late cycle whenever bad news starts to become good news for the stock market and good news starts to become bad. Now, what exactly do I kind of mean by that is whenever we see numbers miss, not like miss terribly, but miss, usually you wouldn't see that as like good news. You're kind of like, damn, you thought the number was going to be better. That's what the projections are for, right? But everybody's so damn scared of the Fed now, of them going on a hiatus with rate hikes, that now bad news is starting to be good news because people are so terrified that the Fed is going to crash the markets. And that's just typical late cycle behavior. So it's going to be interesting to watch just over this next year or two. But at least for the time being, the next couple months, I think personally, and really what you think at this point, this market goes to just show you that whatever you think doesn't really matter because the market's going to just do whatever. I think it was Clint actually earlier in our Discord group chat, which by the way, I mentioned subscribing. While you're at it, check out our Discord group chat. There's over 40 of us in there now, and it's awesome to just, like I said, communicate with a bunch of like-minded individuals. We're all about trying to make those profits and get out of the rat race at the end of the day. How's it going there, Josh? But yeah, this market definitely goes to, like I told Clint, I believe in that Discord group chat earlier, he asked if I thought we were going to keep going down, and I was like, if I was a magician, I was joking, but I was kind of serious. Damn notifications. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? Maybe. Come on. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I think we're back. Let me double check. So I cannot tell if we're back. Sorry about that. My computer started just updating a bunch of BS without me even knowing. Looks like we're back. So hopefully everything's starting to get back to normal. Like I said, I apologize for that, everyone. My computer started sending me a bunch of BS, which ultimately made it glitch, and the damn streamer app thing that I use glitched. But looks like we're back. So like I said, sorry about that. But like I was mentioning, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about now. Man, I hate when my computer messes up. But wow, yeah, came back to me. I was just talking about how I thought there was really no reason for the market to be up as much as it was early on this morning. You can see SPY was up over 268, and it came all the way back down to, it was actually down pretty heavy on the day, right around 262 at one point. Actually, was that even down at that point? I think SPY was one that kind of hung in there throughout the day. So it was down slightly at one point, but it did hang in there. The Dow Jones ended up dropping at some point right around 50 to 100 points too. Obviously ended the day down about 50. And when we look at futures right now, futures, go ahead and just reload it real quick. Futures honestly don't mean a damn thing at this time, but you can see right now they're up about 0.25% roughly. So I mean, you can do as much technical analysis and whatnot as you want at the end of the day, but in this market, anything can happen. It's more important in this type of environment to just go, I'm going to say go back to the drawing board, but just kind of look at the range and during the volatility. So you can see, like I said, right now we're kind of around 260 on the lowest of the lowest ends and 280 to 282 on the highest of highs. So play that range. Don't be greedy. Don't try to, I mean, obviously if you're doing super short-term options like you guys know that I even do, which I'll get to here in a minute on the positions that I'm holding, like all my positions, I took some positions today that expired Friday. I took some positions, what was it, yesterday or the day before that expired Friday. And I mean, you guys know that I like doing more of the 1 week. A lot of people don't like to, especially in a slower market, but in a more volatile market, take advantage, make the most profit you can make. But obviously you want to have still a good chance of profit. So with that, I'll go ahead and just dive into the positions I took today, kind of why I took them, and how I feel about them. And then we're going to also, obviously, the whole point of the video, talk about, or stream, whenever you see this stream or video, whole point of the video, which is how to manage a vertical spread. So you can see right now, up $17 on the day. I did close my position in IWM. You can see I closed it. What it means by 11 debit is that's how much I actually had to, like, quote unquote give back of the credit. So I ended up on that one, I had a realized profit of $14, which after the fees on the back end ended up being like 13 something. I think like 13 dead on the money essentially. So $13 a profit, and that trade up front, I think I had to put up like $87 maybe. So I mean, just do the math on 13 divided by 87. I made that in a day and a half of trading. I mean, let's see, 13 divided by, I'm pretty sure it was around $87 that I had to put up, but made roughly 15%, and god damn it, did it again, didn't it? You're shitting me. And this damn thing's starting to piss me off today. I'm gonna have to start turning off all my notifications whenever I'm doing a stream, because that's pissing me off big time. But I apologize for that, and like I said, I'm gonna turn off my notifications completely because I don't give a damn what other people are uploading on YouTube. Divide that by the 2 days, which it wasn't even 2 days, it was a day and a half. I already reinvested the money into more positions. 7.5% in 2 days, so definitely not bad for sure. Like 7.5% per day. So I will not complain about that. Now, by all means, I could have held that position and made more money. But why? Why whenever I can close 15% profit 2 days, roll that money into another position, and again try to make roughly another 15% in 2 days, which is what I did here with the Walmart position. This one is going to be quite 15%. I forget exactly how much I had to put up for that position. I want to say it was also around, I think it was 77 actually. It was like 76 or $77. So this one I do, Walmart, we'll go ahead and get the chart pulled up. I do plan on holding it. It expires Friday, and like I said, if I hold it till expiration, I'll collect the full, like after fees and commissions, like $10 of profit, or like $10.50 to be exact. But you can see the position on Walmart I'm up $4 right now. My spread is 96.50 to 97.50, and with that 12-cent premium, that means that my break even is roughly what, 96, 65, 62, something like that. So as long as it pretty much, just keep it simple, stays under 96.50 by the end of Friday, I'll collect that full premium. And you can see right now the trade has an 83% chance of profit if I hold till the end of Friday. I might look to close it tomorrow. It just depends on how much of the premium I can keep after, like, through the end of the day. If I can collect 90% or more of the premium, like, why hold it a whole nother day? I mean, there's just no point when I can go out there, put the money into the next trade, next deal, and get more money. But yeah, what I liked about it it's just the risk versus reward. At the time of the trade, it had a 77% chance of profit. When I looked back at the 20-day 1-hour chart, I was like, okay, I mean, it was over $100, but I was like, look where, after the sell-off, look where it got rejected. It got rejected right around 98, and then prior to that rejection, though, it had a lot of resistance right in between 96 and 97. So that is why I decided to go ahead and go with the 96.50. And besides, at the time of the trade, I did this pretty early on in the day. I placed it whenever it was somewhere around like $94, which obviously is not too much lower than that. Walmart hung in there, in all honesty, compared to some other stocks. But just the risk versus reward overall. I mean, literally, if I hold it till expiration, we're talking Wednesday to or Tuesday, like today, second part Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. I mean, you're talking 3.5 days. I'm probably only going to hold it for another 1 to 2 days. Again, just depends on how it moves and whatnot. But just that potential for profit. And what's the chance on it moving up pretty much, what, just under $3 in the next, again, 2 days? I mean, could it? Yeah. Will it? Probably not. I mean, again, let's go back to like the just the last 5 days, for example. It came down from 99 to 92. Obviously, we know 9 times out of 10, what's the old saying? Staircase up, elevator down. It takes forever for something to go back up, but it can literally drop in a heartbeat. So you can see the biggest move it had was from 92.34 to about 94.19. So, I mean, you're talking, what, a $1.98 movement, which for a blue chip stock like, is Walmart even a blue chip? I don't even know, in all honesty. But, I mean, you're talking a 2.25. That's a good move, good size move for a stock like Walmart. So, do I look for that? I mean, could that happen? Yes. Do I look for it too? Probably not. I look for Walmart maybe to go up 1% in between now and then. I don't think it's going to go up 2. But either way, for it to come up above 96... For it to come above 96.50, which is what it would have to do, it would have to go up almost 3%. So, I mean, like I said, could it happen? Yeah. Is it? Probably not. If anything, there's probably a little bit more selling left on Walmart. Just by looking at this chart, there's going to be some strong resistance right around 95. So, it'll just be interesting to see what will happen. I think it'll retest 95, but I think at the 96.50 strike, that was a pretty good price point. Can see what I mean? 95 was acting as a pretty solid support there for a few days. Went up. When it started to come back down, acted as a support again. Then obviously it broke it, and once it broke it, 95 started becoming a pretty strong resistance. Got rejected again, and then today it tried to push up briefly, and then it got rejected again, and obviously now it's below net. This is getting super annoying. I have no idea why it keeps doing this. There's literally nothing going on. Spectrum is about to get cussed out. But so how would I go about managing these positions once you take them? So like this Walmart one, for example, like I said, right now, currently up $4. You know upfront whenever you take these positions, let's just go through a trade. Let's say you wanted to do the 10-day, and for some reason you wanted to do a short put spread, which means you're taking a bullish position overall. So again, I'm not saying to do this specific trade by any means. This is just for this example. So you'd want to do probably you always want to have kind of a little spread in between there. When I first started doing spreads in iron condors, I kind of did them more like this. Your potential for profit is slightly better, but your actual premium that you're going to collect goes down slightly. So you can see here, I'm collecting $40 of premium. Let's say you wanted to go out even just a little bit further, just for a little bit more security. 76% chance of profit. You're going to collect roughly $27 in premium off of 173. So 27 in premium off of $173. This one will give you 15% in roughly 10 days. Not bad by any means. That's over 1% a day, which is more than good enough. So that trade definitely meets the criteria, rule number one. Now let's say you go ahead and place this trade. So you already know what your max profit is going to be. Like I knew whenever I took my position in Walmart, my max profit would be what, $12. And then obviously after the commissions and fees, like I said, it's going to be right around 10 or 11 max profit. And max profit is always 9 times out of 10 if you held all the way till expiration. However, when you're up on a position, like right now, you can see, this is just from today. Just off today alone, I'm up 33%, of the full potential of profit, meaning 4 divided by 12, 33%, 1/3. So I've already collected at this moment 1/3 of the profit. So this is where you need to kind of think about, okay, how do I want to manage this trade? So I have an 83% chance of profit based on holding till expiration. Not bad, obviously. And then what I'm going to want to do is set some alerts in Walmart, which I haven't done yet, which I'm not going to do right this moment because I don't want to make this stream too much longer since apparently we're having some damn issues, which it looks like it's trying to have yet another one. But anyways, you're going to want to set some alerts and then just kind of, like I said, just manage the position. And by managing the position, I mean literally watch your premium. I mean, and you'll have a good idea on how it's going to move throughout the day. Like right first thing in the morning, right when the bell goes off, you're going to have a pretty good idea on where it moves. Because like my Walmart position, once I placed it, it went from about -$1 to a max, which just happens to be where it ended, of +$4. I think it got to +$5 for about 10 seconds when I was watching it during my lunch break. But I mean, literally, it was within this -$1 to $4 range. So when you want to start to watch it is, like me, tomorrow, what I'm going to be watching is I don't want to see it go to -1 again. Because obviously with theta working in your favor, your profit's automatically going to go up slightly. Tomorrow, I want this to open pretty much right at +$4. And then you're going to pretty much just, like I said, just manage it. It's just one of those things that as you place 1 or 2 trades, that's why I highly always suggest, like, whenever you're fresh, brand new to trading in general, just start out with, like, paper trading, because you'll start to kind of just see what I'm talking about. You can get into the whole thetas, vegas, deltas, delta neutral, like just all the quote-unquote vocab and all that stuff. And I'm sure I will over time, because I mean, it's just a good idea to learn up on that stuff. But when you're first starting out, you kind of just need to just keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid, right? So as long as, like, you can hold till expiration, but I'm telling you straight up, there's no point. I mean, because literally you can go to Tasty Trade, which obviously they run Tastyworks. You can go to their YouTube channel, and they've actually done real life studies with paper trading accounts where they held positions till expiration versus just covering the profits after a certain threshold, and the winners versus losers was a huge difference whenever you tried to hold till expiration on almost every trade versus just covering the profits consistently after a certain threshold and moving on. Like theirs, for the most part, if I recall, they only held till like 50 to 75%, like till expiration. So like, say this trade was a 4-day trade, they would say close it quote unquote in 2 or 3 days at max, and you're going to see profit more times than not, versus holding till expiration, where usually when you just going to go ahead. I don't even know if it's streaming right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and wrap the stream up, guys. I apologize ahead of time. I don't know what the heck is going on with this platform right now. It's like going insane. So I apologize ahead of time. I'm probably going to end up deleting this video in general because that's just horrible how it's being right now. So hopefully you guys did get to see some of the stream, and hopefully I'll probably end up doing another one tomorrow if possible. I'll just redo the entire damn stream because this is a bunch of BS. I'm not even gonna lie. So like I said, I apologize for all the damn technical difficulties in the stream, and I'll try to do one tomorrow over the whole subject again. But like I said, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Most streams are not as shitty as this one with the damn quality of this piece of shit thing. But yeah, until next time, guys, keep on going out there making those profits, covering your profits, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I'll try to see you guys tomorrow to redo this entire damn stream. Take it easy.